I stared on through darkness. There was a hazy sky, a few stars, which I followed as best I could. It was 9 o'clock. I was trying to get home, but somehow I was lost, though keeping to the road. Then I reeled through a gate and into a yard, and called at the top of my voice, "Oh, fiddler, oh, Mr. Jones!" I thought it was his house, and he would show me the way home. But who should step out but A.D. Blood, in his nightshirt, waving a stick of wood, and roaring about the cursed saloons and the criminals they made.
"You drunken Oscar Hummel,"
he said, as I stood there weaving to and fro, taking the blows from the stick in his hand, till I dropped down dead at his feet. To all in the village I seemed, no doubt, to go this way and that way, aimlessly. But here by the river you can see at twilight the soft-winged bats fly zigzag here and there. They must fly so to catch their food, and if you have ever lost your way at night in the deep wood near Miller's Ford, and dodged this way and now and that, wherever the light of the Milky Way shone through, trying to find the path, you should understand I sought the way, with earnest zeal, and all my wanderings were wanderings in the quest.
The secret of the stars, gravitation. The secret of the earth, layers of rock. The secret of the soil, to receive seed. The secret of the seed, the germ. The secret of man, the sower. The secret of woman, the soil. My secret, under a mound that you shall never find.
Only the chemist can tell, and not always the chemist, what will result from compounding fluids or solids, and who can tell how men and women will interact on each other, or what children will result. There were Benjamin Pantier and his wife, good in themselves but evil toward each other. He oxygen, she hydrogen. Their son a devastating fire. I, trained the druggist, a miser of chemicals, killed while making an experiment, lived unwedded.
At first I suspected something. She acted so calm and absent-minded. And one day I heard the back door shut as I entered the front, and I saw him slink back of the smokehouse into the lot and run across the field. And I meant to kill him on sight. But that day, walking near Fourth Bridge, without a stick or stone at hand, all of a sudden I saw him standing, scared to death, holding his rabbits. And all I could say was, "Don't, don't, don't," as he aimed and fired at my heart. I ran away from home with the circus, having fallen in love with Mademoiselle Estrelada, the bull tamer. One time, having starved the bulls for more than a day, I entered the cage and began to beat Brutus, and Leo, and Gypsy. Whereupon, Brutus sprang upon me and killed me. On entering these regions, I met a shadow who cursed me, and said it served me right. It was Robespierre.
I am Minerva, the village poetess, hooted at, jeered at by the yahoos of the street, for my heavy body, cockeye, and rolling walk, and all the more when Butch Weldy captured me after a brutal hunt. He left me to my fate with Dr. Myers, and I sank into death, growing numb from my feet up, like one stepping deeper and deeper into a stream of ice. Will someone go to the village newspaper and gather into a book the verses I wrote? I thirsted so for love, I hungered so for life. We quarreled that morning, for he was 65 and I was 30, and I was nervous and heavy with the child whose birth I dreaded. I thought over the last letter written me by that estranged young soul whose betrayal of me I had concealed by marrying the old man. Then I took morphine and sat down to read, across the blackness that came over my eyes. I see the flickering light of these words even now. And Jesus said unto him, Verily, I say unto thee, today thou shalt be with me in paradise.
To be able to see every side of every question, to be on every side, to be everything, to be nothing long, to pervert the truth, to write it for a purpose, to use great feelings and passion of the human family, for base designs, for cunning ends, to wear a mask like the Greek actors, your 8-page paper behind which you huddle, bawling through the megaphone of big type, this is I, the giant, thereby also living the life of a sneak thief. Poison with the anonymous words of your clandestine soul, to scratch dirt over scandal for money, and exhume it for the wines of revenge, or to sell papers, crushing reputations or bodies if need be, to win at any cost, save your own life. To glory in demonic power, ditching civilization, as a paranoid boy puts a log on the track and derails the express train. To be an editor, as I was, then to lie here, close by the river over the place where the sewage flows from the village, and the empty cans and garbage are dumped, and abortions are hidden.
They got me into the Sunday school in Spoon River and tried to get me to drop Confucius for Jesus. I could have been no worse off if I had tried to get them to drop Jesus for Confucius. For without any warning, as if it were a prank, and sneaking up behind me, Harry Wiley, the minister's son, caved my ribs into my lungs with a blow of his fist. Now I shall never sleep with my ancestors in Pekin, and no children shall worship at my grave.
I never saw any difference between playing cards for money and selling real estate, practicing law, banking, or anything else, for everything is chance. Nevertheless, seest thou a man diligent in business? He shall stand before kings.
I would have been as great as George Eliot, but for an untoward fate, for one look at the photograph of me made by Penniwit, chin resting on hand and deep-set eyes, grey too and far searching. But there was the old problem. Should it be celibacy, matrimony, or unchastity? Then John Slack, the rich druggist, wooed me, luring me with the promise of leisure for my novel. And I married him, giving birth to 8 children, and I had no time to write. It was all over with me anyway, when I ran the needle in my hand while washing the baby's things, and died from lockjaw, an ironical death. Hear me, ambitious souls. Sex is the curse of life.